Alrighty. Sunshine from yesterday. Who? I guess I'll watch Ames on this. I think it was Pink now. I'm just used to calling him Ames. It's my bad. Pretty solid, especially so if Ames is playing this far back in choke, he needs to be getting arrowed. There's no reason that you should have to heal him back up from 20 health. He was standing still in choke. Should have been arrowed. Should have been able to heal other people more quickly. In addition, I think it looked like we were trying to play forward left there. No, maybe not. I think we're actually trying to play right. But either way, we just couldn't get aggression. Nobody was getting heals because every little speck of heals was going into Pink. So we couldn't really make anything happen with it. It's just unfortunate. So we're holding this fine. We've got Uber. We're playing this left. This is fine. We let that dude get in a little bit deep. That's kind of scary. So I'm just not watching lower. I keep forgetting. No, it's not all me. Like, we've got 3 people here, but especially, yeah, we have this off class. Like our demo in particular, I think needs to be pretty careful with watching lower. Get the drop. Thank you, Big Jake. We should just walk choke, honestly. Oh yeah, we can just. No, we should be. Well, we've been slow with it. I think we just need to walk onto the bats on left. I mean, we only need to take like one. We only need to take like one person there, right? Like our demo can play at Shutter. We take a soldier through bats, and we've got full Uber. That should be more than enough to bully them out. Our scouts can choose which way to go. Our roamer can whatever, but like the only issue I see with going bats is that you could get spammed if you have more than one dude. So but I don't know, it's still high ground. It's still easier to force your way through, and if they don't have Uber, I don't know. Maybe I'm just slow calling that, but I feel like I do call it a lot, and it just never seems to happen. Someone's fighting Cafe solo right now. Did Alterium just take like a 1v2 in Cafe and win? Lucky. And I want to call it skill, but it's just not how that works in this game. You're lucky they decided to fight you one at a time as opposed to actually collapsing on you. Alright, so we also need to walk through bats a lot. This Shutter's really dangerous in this route. It's not as dangerous as it used to be because a lot of that sightline's gone, but unless we're like Ubering straight into their combo because we know their combo's on, right here where we're standing now, there's just no reason to stand here. We should just be getting in deep and, doing that. So we popped this Uber really late, but we've already lost people. Like, all right, let's watch that fight again from Bird's Eye because that was a really strange long fight. All right, that's fine. Oh, I thought my computer was just being slow. Apparently, Ames just has weird frame problems according to the server. Yeah, so Alterium just took a 2v1. That was incredibly lucky that you lived. They just let you live, dude. Oh my goodness. So we get the pick. We force our way through choke. Gloppers is forward. That's a solid push. That's a real solid push. We should have a soldier. Yeah, so Gloppers finally does get around to spamming bats. That needs to happen more quickly. From either our soldier, any of our spam classes. Solid. We should just walk top right. Like, we should know their combo is not on left. There's no reason to walk left. We could have rotated right much easier, and like we're taking this long fight anyway. It's just harder to do from where we're standing. Like, they're playing high ground, spamming down right now. It's part of why Alterium dies. We should have popped that Uber weight. We just needed to we knew we had ad. We knew we didn't have huge ad. So we spent we spent probably 20-30 seconds fighting. Maybe not that long. A good 20 seconds though. Fighting the scout over on this side when the point of coming in needed to be to come in and find their med. Instead we just stood over here fighting this one dude. We should have we should have been walking right. B, even when we did come left, we should have immediately come across the point with the Uber. There was no reason to wait there. Soldiers in. This boy needs to die. So yeah, their combo's playing this solid. We got that soldier. Yeah, we're playing this really, really well. We do just need to back out now, but we played that about as well as we could. Oh, and we get the med, so Noops is just a fragger and we can come back in now. Yeah, we played that really well. Our combo was back at choke. Our scouts managed to pick off that distraction soldier. And I don't know, we just played it good. What else is there to say? We do have to be careful though. Our scouts did go after that distraction soldier. That was a strat trying to come out from them, right? Like their goal there was to have the soldier, just look, make us look at the soldier for a second while he rotated back through Valley, and then they just came through Cafe. So I mean, we just have to be careful. Our scouts managed to pick him off, but our scouts need to make sure they're not tunneling that guy. Like, just chase him, until he's out. That's all you got to do. Save some shots for if their combo decides to push. I was not watching that push, speaking of pushes. So let's see what happened there. So they're building on right. Nowhere near Uber. We should have. Yep. Alright, so this should be so we should just be coming in right, honestly. We should be scouting them. So I've definitely called there's people on right, so we should just be coming right. We're very interested in this left side push. I mean, this is really, really terrible just right off the bat. I mean, all there is here is a sentry gun. We're not using on any of their players. We only had like 1 or 2 people coming in the Uber anyway. And then our med was playing point. Our med should not be playing point. So they just collapsed from high ground. I mean, that was just we wasted that entire Uber, and then we just like sat on the point while they were all standing here, like. Just imagine seeing 4 red boys standing right there. It's like the easiest kills of your entire life. That's what we gave them. We really need to work, especially on Sunshine, like big maps, Sunshine, Snakewater. We really need to make sure we're using into them. We can't just be using in. Like, and if we aren't using into them, then we need to delay the Uber as long as, like, if we've gone in on left already and we see they're on right, we need to be delaying the Uber as long as possible. So Alterium, I mean, that just gets caught. I assume you weren't aware of the Uber Desad. Shouldn't have been that close to Cafe. There was no reason for you to die there. Well, I guess it worked out. I mean, maybe you got the force. I don't know. We probably could have gotten that force without you dying, but if that was why you died, then I appreciate that you did. Alright, so we have this. We just need to be walking forward. Yeah, if we're gonna be using Gloppers, you need to not be spamming right before the Uber. You need to have rockets for when the Uber actually happens. So that worked out, but they're gonna have ad now. When we could have just been faster. Like Gloppers was standing in front of Cafe spamming, and for some reason the Uber hadn't come in yet. Alright, so there's a soldier flanking. We just get collapsed on. I don't really know where that. I think he must have been in Valley, but I wasn't watching when I was standing on point. I wasn't watching just now, and I wasn't watching when I was capping either. So I just died and didn't even notice the soldier flank. And they just came in and collapsed. They had the flanker attack at the exact same time they walked through. That was solid play. We should work on trying to make that happen more often. We tend to have people behind pretty frequently, but we never. Seem to be able to follow up on that kind of position. So I've definitely called the fight here. I don't know why we're out. Like if we were standing on Spire right now, we'd be able to slow. Like our med needs to be standing like right here, right? Like at Shutter. And we can have a soldier up here. We can have a soldier right here. Like they were standing around in that low ground for a long time. We could have gotten a pick or two. And our spawn was going to be up quickly. As it is, I'm pretty sure I called to come forward. But nobody else did, and so I just kind of baited and died. They're in left. They use late. So not the most amazing Uber out of them. Like if they'd come in the left side, they would have been right in our faces. But it wasn't. I guess they knew we were even as well. So the fact that they came in on the high ground and waited as long as they could was pretty solid. But I mean, we just used later and had the solid DM. We played together and focused targets. So I mean, that works. Stacking the cap, very good. Don't deny forwards, but it was the right call. Unless we like knew, like I'm not that good at tracking spawns yet. I mean, if we were able to be aware that we weren't going to be able to block those spawns, we might as well have just pushed. But as it was, like I just hit tab and I see 2 down. I want to call the stack. I guess I should have known because those people died on last, and it takes like 5-6 seconds to actually push out onto the point, and then another 5-6 to actually cap it. So I don't know. I'll work on getting better on that, but we're holding this fine. Our med, I don't. Grumpy, you just need to stand like right here, dude. Solid. Here we go. Cool. We were a little bit too far out of choke, further out of choke than we needed to be. And especially if we're playing the sack game, like we're sacking in Altarian right now. We're trying to make shit happen. Like if that's what we're planning to do. Oh, here's the dude on Grumpy. Alright, so that's solid. We immediately come back to Spire. Ooh, Grumpy, do not do that. Just let your team come back to you. But walking in front of Spire right here, this is super fucking dangerous. Especially because they were actually walking in. Like, they were fighting you. That was really dangerous. Just come back across Spire, and you can try to heal across Spire and back here, but alright, I missed that fight because I was scolding Grumpy. Let's see what happens again. Okay, so they used in. I don't know why they used. Their med's full. I think he just panic popped because he heard that we popped. I'm not 100% on that. We've used in lower lobby. Let's slow this one down. Actually, I want to go a bit further back. I do want to see if he had a legitimate reason to pop. Alright. So the soldiers on our med. We didn't have eyes on Valley. Noops is up, and so am I. So there's no excuse for not seeing them come Valley. We should have already been on Spire, honestly. Okay, so we're fighting them head on. So he uses to save his soldier. We use to save our demo. So we have the better Uber here. I'm not clear on why we backed out with it. We should just fight. Like, you guys are invulnerable. Like, definitely you don't want to stay here, but walk back out this way so you can do some spam. This worked out, but we could have taken better positioning with that Uber, and we didn't. But we had the better Uber, so we managed to kill people with our invulnerability, and so they back out for it. So we walk choke, barely good. Gloppers fails his jump. I don't know if that was a failed jump or if he just meant to do a low jump. Probably meant to. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we're stacking this. Fairly good. We're not stacking this, apparently. We should be. Well, I guess we wouldn't have gotten it anyway, but we might have if we'd stacked the whole time. Who knows? So again, there's issues with the flank right now. I think Noops, if you're going to be getting a pack or something, like if you're doing something that's not watching the flank, just call it so I can look closer at it. Like, especially in this position on mid, I'm watching Valley and choke. I'm not trying to look at Cafe too much. So, just, yeah. Me and you need to work on coordinating, covering all the flanks to make sure we're not going to get flanked. So we push it through Valley. I'm just in. I don't know why the combos didn't follow in. We've had a lot of time to find their med right now. Like, if we just walked in and bombed their med, I assume we had ad, which is why I called to do that. We just stood here for 3 or 4 seconds, like, waiting for something to happen while I was all the way up here. Like, just soldier bomb their med and Grumpy, use. We would have had that. we definitely would have had that. Like, they were playing right up here. Grumpy just needs to use. Gloppers needs to jump. Grumpy needs to walk up this side, you know, over here somewhere, and I'll come and fight with him, and the rest of the team needs to follow through. Okay. This is solid. We must have add or something. Or even, that's fine. Totally even. I step away from the computer for 10 seconds and I forget everything about the game. Alright, we're holding this fine. This is pretty much exactly how we should be holding. Be better for, I mean, aims, you just need to spam. Like, don't single that sticky spam in the cafe. Just set up a trap on choke and spam your pipes in. You call when people are close, and, you know, Alterium can rotate back to help you. I can rotate back to help you. But, yeah. Alright, so big Alterium gets another med pick. Med drop, my god. We stop watching Cafe for a second. We drop our demo for no good reason. And they sack everybody for a med. Good. Big balls on Grumpy for not popping. I would have popped like 4 times there. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think I said that in game. Grumpy was right though. Very right not to pop. They still get all their forwards. Oh, they only get 2. Okay, they came really close to getting those forwards though. My god. We don't need to stack second. They have all their spawns. We only needed 1 dude to stack second. We knew there was this guy standing right here in Shutter who had just charge shotted. We should have W'd into that guy and fucked him up. Like, not even through Shutter necessarily, but like, if we just left a scout pushing and we watched that guy charge shot, a soldier could have come up this side and tried to kill him. We're in. I assume we still haven't used. Very well done. Did we not use that entire time? No way. I don't. Whatever. We didn't get very many picks if we did use. We've won that entirely in the post-Uber. Moomer getting the health with more health. Getting the mid with more health than pink. Alright, so we see this guy walk into cafe. I think this. I'm chasing this guy. I'm being a retard. That should just be a signal to go aggressive on left. If we walk up this side, that soldier's completely out of the fight, and we can do something here and just play extra aggro. Like, he has to take a second to get pack and then walk back out and then jump, and then he'll be hurt. If they get someone behind us, though, the solution is to go extra aggro. If we just stand here, like, we're lucky that I was able to kill that dude without getting killed myself. We wound up just trading, though. Like, we could have made that in a better situation as opposed to just a thing that happened. Big. Oh my god, everyone here is going big. Like, everyone on our team is going super big this scrim. We just stood there. I mean, I wasn't in the fight. Like, we really were 2 people down in that fight for a minute while that soldier fought us back here. And that's what I'm seeing a lot. We're staying really bunched up right in this area. In general, I think if we're playing right side, our goal should be to get our med, like, right up here. Like, playing in front of Cafe, standing around here. And, you know, taking control of Tetris and Bell Tower. It's just easier to heal people from in front of Cafe. You can get out pretty easily. If we're playing forward, our med should be getting in front of Valley. Unless we, like, lose our demo or get picked really, really early, we really don't have any reason to be standing in choke. This is just a bad place to be for more than a couple seconds. Especially once we start playing much better teams. That's going to be really fucking dangerous. I mean, yeah, in general, med, you should be leaving out either Cafe or Valley. I mean, leaving out choke, like, unless we've outright lost the mid, like, really, really quickly, there's really no reason we should be leaving out choke. Okay. So they're in left now. We just need to come back to left. They're in right now, so we should just be back on left. Cool. I mean, there's no reason to get super aggro on them. We can just, aims can just spam. We can just spam at them. We got the pick, and we're kind of baiting pink there too. But we don't really like rotate it. If they're still coming in this way, like there's no reason for us to start coming across point, unless we know they're super hurt and we're chasing frags. You can just keep our med back here and spam from here, because then you have this really easily accessible high ground if they do come any further forward. We did a bunch of damage, so we came across and fought them and got a kill, but like if they're full health standing here, don't feel the need to W at them, because if you do, I mean, if we both press W, you're gonna wind up like here or here while they're right here. It's just a shitty place to be. This is a fine hold, though. So we should know they have a sniper now. I don't hate the idea of just... Oh, I guess I kind of do. We should play a soldier, like, right here, though. Like, right in front of the sniper. Until we see him rotate somewhere else. As it is, that sniper's... So, like, Ames was like I got sniped and Ames was still just standing here. Right now, while that sniper's on left, we just need a soldier bomb right here. We're just letting the sniper take all the, like... Yeah, so we know the sniper's here. Yeah. So that's the right thing, Alterium, but you should have been doing that 3 or 4 seconds ago. We just might have not known that sniper was there, which would make a little bit more sense, but... yeah, I don't know. Well, I got forced on right side in the meantime. I was just watching that sniper. Alright, so I mean, full Uber disad, losing multiple people to the sniper. Just in general, we need to work on dealing with snipers. We had problems with snipers on product the other like a week or two ago. That was when we still had Yawn, but we were having problems with snipers. Just in general. We just got to figure out where he is and play our team behind ground and let our roamer bomb into him. Like I'm willing to trade our roamer for a sniper. That is a positive trade. Well, because we'll have the better spawn too. Like, all right, so we're playing right side. We don't have anybody on high ground. Okay, good. So this soldier's on bell tower. He immediately drops down. It's kind of weird. But like if we had someone counterbomb that soldier right now, there it is. There it is. So they've taken a shitload of damage. Like we should know if their soldier... Oh, and their med is super weak too? We need to be holding W. Like we just need to be all coming W across the point. Soldier bombs. And is on our med, so... They just bombed at a really opportune time. That was just, we had the opportunity, and I think they knew it, so they aggroed before we did. We'd both taken some damage, so we'd both taken some damage, right? So both teams had an opportunity to aggro there. But we had the dude, like, up here on bell tower. We should have been able to come forward a lot more quickly. It's also worth noting we were all pretty spread out. It was just as the fight developed, we kind of got further and further apart. We need to work on that for sure. It's not even like a call thing. That's just paying attention to where the rest of your team is and deciding if the fight you're taking is really worth it. Oh my god, that's like the fourth... Like, Alterium saved our ass big time in this game. That's like the third or fourth time he's gotten the force. So, honestly, Alterium, you had an opportunity to just get out. Oh, I guess there's the soldier here. So maybe not. It looked like you had an opportunity to get out, though, and I would have recommended that you take it. Because we have Uberad now. I think. What's Grumpy? Yeah, so we have big Uberad now. Like if you just lived there and then listen to the calls as to when we're going in, that would have been a really solid pincer. So we're probably gonna go Shutter again here. We just need to come top left. We just need to come bats. Just let our soldier walk bats. Shoot some. Let our medic stand here while our soldier makes room. Fucking. Find where their combo is. See, like, I'm desperate to go. Like, we're just standing in lobby. I don't understand why we're just standing here. We need to be going somewhere. I know I've called to go bats, but we're just not going anywhere. What? Why did we use? Nobody took damage. They weren't here. There's 2 people here. Wasted Uber. Really wasted Uber. I mean, I can see like maybe wanting to cut like use because you feel vulnerable here, but there really wasn't anything that any other team could do. Like there was one soldier kind of standing here. It was not even shooting at you. I don't get it. This is probably a questionable push. Yeah, they've got people standing on Tetris. I'm just gonna feed into these two scouts. It's really, really bad. I deserve to be dead here. We just needed to come. Like, I guess they have demo. I don't know. I think we should be taking our combo through choke. Let you know. Maybe just like the main bit of the combo. Like maybe I walk through Valley and then our flank walks through Cafe. You know, then we can clear for sticks if there are any. This wound up being a fine fight. They didn't play the high ground as hard as they could have. Gloppers is kicking ass though. My gosh. Everyone in this team is kicking ass right now. Alright, so we didn't have to do this. We took an extra second or two to rotate Cafe. Totally unnecessary. Yeah, I should have been peeking through choke a little bit in the meantime. To try to see exactly where we need to go. Or at least somebody should have. I'm a scout, so it's definitely reasonable for me to be the one doing it. But kind of a waste of a Cafe push. Could have saved some time. Oh my god. What a pipe. What a lucky pipe. Alright. So we should know their demo's close here now, too. We should just use it. We need to be just pushing through Shutter. They don't have Uber. Right? They don't have Uber? Yeah, they're nowhere near Uber. Why are we not going in? Oh, we had such a golden opportunity. We just stood back. Like, if we have Uber, I can see wanting to heal some people, but on another level, if there's an opportunity, like, we just saw their demo here. Like, just a half a second ago. Well, at least, you know, from what I was talking about. Like he had just been there spamming, and like he'd just gotten Grumpy super fucking low. Like we just take advantage of the invincibility. Like the demo is a solid pick. Even if we run out of Uber when we're like through here, it's a lot of damage they're not gonna have. And they were all standing right here in lobby. Like we could have found their med and all sorts of shit. As it is, they sack a dude and get the force, and this is gonna be gross now. Oh my goodness! All right, that was my fault. I didn't check dungeon at all. Should have been playing back with our med. I feed. Oh my gosh! So I literally have 0 health. Oh my god. All right, but yeah, we just need to get out here. I mean, Gloppers could consider bombing their med, but you're probably not worth it. They do have Uber, as a matter of fact. Gloppers totally should have... Alterium shouldn't have been going for the Batcat. Well, I don't want to say Alterium shouldn't have been going for the Batcat, but... more reliable to just go for the med. Gloppers definitely should have gone for the med. You had high ground. I mean, med was like standing... So, like, even if they have a bunch of people, like, when the med is standing right in this little tiny area... Like, he was standing right here, and you were standing right on the fence. Just fucking... go for that bomb, fam. Like, the med's not gonna go... Like, the med can't go anywhere if you bomb him here. Like, they have to insta-kill you, and this is open. They're not gonna well, there's a good chance they won't insta-kill you. Like, if you see the med just standing in the spire there... When I get, you know, it's like, oh, I'm pocket, I shouldn't die, but... For their med, you see a good opportunity to go for their med, you should totally die, dude. Totally 100%. Get killed. What? Seriously? You just walked through 4 people and got the 4... Whatever. Whatever. This game is stupid. Oh my god. Alright. Alterium saves the day again. We're out. Cool. What's our Uber? Yeah, this is solid. I mean, we just need to live. Noobs need to be way further back. Yeah, they haven't lost anybody. We're down a dude. We're about to have Uber too. So I mean, yeah, we're just losing people here for no reason. We could have just kited. So the right move here, rather than losing, our demo in pocket and managing to trade out some frags, but it being really unreliable and getting our med forced and all this shit. The right response would have been to, they're walking through Valley. We come back here again. This is really fucking. Oh, and this is stronger than it used to be, right? Like, old Sunshine, like this balcony was really tiny, and this thing was a lot higher than this balcony was. This is a really strong position now. Like, they have to be standing on this thing to really like take advantage of you. And there's only like, I don't know, you can bomb and take care of that, no problem. Plus, there's that little ridge you can do some solid spam on. I don't know. We just needed to kite through lobby and rotate. Would have been easy to keep our Uber there. And also win. And also use into them. Because these guys have been pretty slow. They probably would not have gotten out Valley fast enough. I'm feeding. Again, I don't know. Was I like all the way... Why am I there? Why am I here? I guess I just expected us to be coming forward. I was wrong. Yeah. I need to start yelling at our pocket to go forward a lot more instead of trying to lead aggression myself. I'm just used to being able to do that as pocket, and it's just a habit I need to get out of. So we should totally bomb this demo right now. Totally should have bombed that dude. That dude took a ton of spam. It was like right here. Like there's a scout there, but that was a pretty reliable demo pick. As it is, we settled into the stalemate. We're holding this fine. We don't have eyes on Cafe. We gotta fix that shit. Again. Noops, watch Cafe. They could be sending 4 people through Cafe. Like, they're even holding, like, a couple people by Cafe. Like, they could totally send people through right now and just destroy us. So we're lucky they didn't. We do have the trap there. I guess it's not the worst thing, but it'd still be ideal to know that the trap is coming. So we just go for an exchange? Okay, so actually, I remember doing this call. They were just holding really far back. I thought we could get a solid exchange off. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to sack somebody. But I mean, there was nobody forward. They had all 6 guys standing on this little area back here, so I thought they were a lot further back than they were. This is my mistake. I should have called a sack instead of a trade. We wound up losing Grumpy for it too. Nice blindette. I think I remember him calling that too. 100% on purpose. Alright, so we're contesting with 1 pick. I don't hate it. They're not in. Like, they're not playing aggressive, so this isn't bad at all. I like this. Solid aggro. So Alterium, I mean, nice try, but they don't have... So this is why... We argued about this on Metalworks a little bit, but I think this is different. Like, we're not going for a force here. Like, we're just trying to win the team fight. I would have recommended... Like, their men didn't have Uber yet. You could have just helped us kill this scout here, gotten an arrow and a little bit of buff, and then bombed in and sacked. I mean, which would have been easier since they were, a scout down. Or we could have just pushed again. Like, if they held super passive again, we had a pick. That's not a bad time to push. Could have been done. Okay, but no, we lose our pocket, and our combo is just... They must... Did I miss everybody dying? Why are we on second? Oh, we almost have Uber. So I don't know why I was alone on mid there. It's also mysterious. Yeah, I appreciate you sacking for the med, but it doesn't need to happen 24/7. So we're already 1 down. We're holding second. That's a dangerous sack. We do have Uber though, so I guess it's not the worst thing. That's actually not too terrible. We can counter, but yeah, so it worked out. We still really shouldn't be fighting this. We've only got 3 people here. Ooh, oh, okay, so now we're gonna have to use. Alright, so we just have to get the force and get out. Cool, we do it. We should just be leaving. Oh, we've gotten picks somehow? That was, okay, cool. So we lose Noops, but now there's a ton of damage in. Alright. So theoretically, we should have just been trying to get out, but our flank managed to get a couple of picks. And maybe that's about it. I mean, they had a better Uber, they had better ground. They just fumbled it, DM-wise. I'm taking 1v1 again. Well, I guess not really. Our combo's right here, but... I'm still leading this aggression. This is just a bad habit I have. And I think especially this is kind of a response... We were talking about how slow we are. I think this is kind of a response to that. Just kind of go forward, team will follow. I just need to be more aggressive, I think, with my calls. They're 2 down. We should be stacking. You two should both be on point. There's no reason for you guys to stand where you are. Yeah, they get the demo forward specifically because we weren't stacking. And then we didn't do anything with that pick that we got by stacking anyway. That's kind of a waste. Oh, they don't have Uber. We should be in. Cool, 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 cool. Notice that we're taking literally everybody but Alterium through choke, though. That's incredibly dangerous. One trap could have killed half of us. Well, potentially all of us, but reasonably like half of us. We're just not fighting the demo. There's no reason we should be chasing dungeon. We need to focus. I think in a lot of these fights we need to focus on just taking the high ground. We're spending a lot of time chasing these frags on low ground. What in reality we need to be doing is focus like. So in 5CP, like, killing people is conducive to winning, right? But the actual goal of winning is taking ground. Like, that's the thing that literally makes you win. You take ground, you cap points, you win the game. I mean, you can... It's totally a thing where you can take ground because they're playing like pussies, and you don't... Killing people is just a means to an end. So, I think we need to treat these fights like this as well. Like, we Ubered through here, we can chase their combo out, right? Like, we can spend some time here making sure they're not in second anymore. But chasing in a lobby just isn't going to work. Like, we can spend half a second here. We can, like, hold W all the way through here without stopping. But the goal needs to be to walk up here and take the high ground and actually do something. Well, because we can take the high ground. We could have killed that demo. And then anything else that was left down here, we can take care of afterwards. Because spam is really nice from high ground. Who knew? So we've just lost people. They have Uber ad. They're in. If they'd brought a soldier on that Uber, we'd be dead right now. They just they soloed a scout, so it didn't work out for them. We just got lucky. We needed to be way further out. Our med's gonna die anyway. Oh my gosh. Open games, am I right? Nobody knows how to play. So they're 2 down. We should be re-pushing now. Yeah, we're not down anybody. We're just kind of low on health. Just come through choke. Easy peasy. I guess I call Cafe because I'm looking for, I'm thinking about trying to get more of a flank play, but choke would have been faster and more reliable. Yeah, they called us earlier too. Like, our soldier could have bombed much faster from choke. Okay, that's a failed jump. But we wouldn't have gotten the med anyway, so no big deal on that failed jump. Noops is fighting solo in Valley. Did Alterium just sack for their combo and get killed again? You gotta value yourself more in these fights. Like, when we're trying to push, we need you alive. Like, because then if you're always just sacking and dying, like, everyone else has to stay alive. That's just not a thing we can do reliably. Like, just make yourself part of the fights. Hold down the flank. Make sure we're not getting flanked. You know, Noops needs to stick with you. Like, we were talking, you know, like a week ago about how Noops needs to stick with you. It's vice versa too in these fights. You got to stick with Noops. Noops should not have had to take a 1v1 in Valley there. So we use. I'm just doing things. I should be with our combo. I should have been. Yeah, like there was other people to fight that soldier. And even now, I'm not fighting with their combo. I'm just. Gloopers is doing his own. I'm doing my own thing while Gloopers fights their combo. So that Uber would have been a lot more effective if I'd been paying attention to what was going on. Yeah. Just got a whole W with the Uber. I was fighting back here. Our Uber was over here. That's very unfortunate. I mean, we just need to make a decision, right? Like, either both of us stand back here and kill this guy back here so we can try to use the rest of the Uber to fight their combo, or we just ignore this dude, rely on our flank to play dangerously close, and kill those guys in the post-Uber, and get onto their combo. It's like, if we go for their combo, we're going to get a bigger reward. If we fight those guys in the flank, it's just more reliable, but it's not as easy to win afterwards. Probably a better idea to go for their combo. It's probably less risky to go for their combo than it is to just kill their flank. As it is, though, they are not paying attention as they walk through Shutter. We get a ton of spam in, and we have people standing by Valley. Easy win. Easy win. Alright, the rest of this is garbage time. GG's. Cool.